Oh my god, do you see what I see? Didn't we just pull the King of Swords earlier? So the King of Swords is the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords are in this situation. Okay, one of the things that I see and the thing I thought I saw is that the King of Swords and the Six of Cups came out separately, and then now you have the King and Queen of Swords. You know, the King and Queen of Swords, they're always going to be each other's, even though they're considered divorced or they're not together. They're always going to be each other's. There's never in a million years that those two are not perfect for each other, or at least each other's, right? They belong to each other. They may have different views, different mindsets, but they may even have solid debates, but they're both very collectively, strong, right? They're very, serious. They're very logical. The underlying energy being the King of Swords. This is about you, and this is about you in love, okay? Why do we have the King of Swords here? Because of the Hierophant, the commitment of relationship. Oh my goodness. So this does have to do with a connection. This does have to do with commitments. This probably has a lot to do with real, with traditions as well. Why do we have the Hierophant here with this? Because of the King of Cups. Yeah, love. All right, undying love. That's what I'm seeing, guys. Undying love. The Three of Swords. This is like something that's definitely has not done. It's not done. The situation is not, squandered yet, right? The situation brings up old issues, or perhaps not old issues, but pains of the past. Okay, because I always see the Three of Swords as more of the pain of the past. Yeah, there could be situations that have been created from past instances. There could be situations where you're constantly triggered here, but the situation with the Three of Swords is more of like pains from the past. And the pains from the past ain't really any pain. It's just the last time you've been happy. Last time you've really been happy, and I think this is the last time someone's ever really hurt you so much. So it's like purely to the point where it like not almost broke you, but it definitely felt like it felt like life. Believe it or not, right? I don't know what that means. That's kind of when I picked it up. Like it's just so huge, that pain. You know what I mean? That pain is so huge. And the reason why I'm going in that direction is usually because right next to this, diagonally from this, is the moon. And the moon is a very intense energy. Like, the love that you have for this person and the pain that you've experienced is so intense. It's so strong. And yet, it's in a very, it's a dark place. I don't think this person makes you go down to a dark place, but it's definitely a place where you're not quite certain in how to really be proficient in it. Because the King of Swords is the master of communication, master of thinking, master of logic, master of understanding. He's really good at piecing things together, putting stuff together. He's the scientist of the tarot. I always see the King of Swords as the scientist. And then this one, it's so hard to figure out. It's so confusing. It's not consistent. It just fluctuates. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't correlate. But I feel like that sort of understanding of this energy is what's helping you to understand it even more. Because whatever this past relationship was, helped you to understand the inconsistencies in relationships for yourself. Helps you understand things that may be weird and things that you may not be unsure about. It makes more sense because of this experience. Lots of things made a lot more sense, but it's still confusing. But you're not stressed. You're defensive, but not stressed. Some of you may be defensive. Some of you may not be stressed. Some of you may be just taking it as you go. Observing. I'm getting a big observer energy. Only because you're not quite sure what step to take, right? You're trying to figure it out. Because right now, old stuff is coming back up hardcore. Synchronicities, 3, 6, and then, what is this? That's another dividend of 3 here. I think, because this is 18. The moon is 18, so you got 18 here, which is dividend of 3, and I'm doing math. I know because I got mathy cards. What can I say? King and Queen of Swords. Let's cracking the code here. Yes. So, yes, if you do 3 times 6, that is 18. That's weird. That's weird. Now, I don't know what the significance is for those numbers. If you guys have been seeing sixes or threes and duplicates, or if you guys have been aware of synchronicities, you do have 2 3s in here. So if you guys have been seeing double numbers, that's significant. I'm not quite sure of the significance of the 18. I don't know why I felt the need to break it down. But for some of you guys, that may have, that may resonate with you as an answer. But it's just weird, right? It's just weird. And maybe some of you guys have been dealing with this situation for like 18 months. It could be that's the situation that you've been in. You've been dealing with this for 18 months, or maybe even longer. The point of this situation, though, I don't think it's to heal old issues. I mean, because I think there's a lot that you've been doing with this, because this is something that I've seen you guys have in some of your readings for a little bit. I don't think this plagues you anymore, but I think it's just, it's weird. It kind of looks like it's in the way, and which is why it's hard for you to make a decision on what you want to do, because the moon is there. It's confusing. Because I think your heart is like torn into several different areas. You want to protect yourself as first and foremost, but then it's look at the future. The strength card. That's strength. That's you're gonna have to be brave here. I don't think anything's scary. I think there's something about some sort of past energy. And definitely regarding when the last time you were happy, last time you were in a relationship. Something that definitely devastated you so much that it's, that you now feel more brave to take it on. Right? I think there's been a lot of triggers, a lot of things coming up, old insecurities that may be coming up, but you're in a different place. You're not who you were when this situation happened. Even though these swords are still there, you're not the same individual. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some clarifiers for this. What is the Three of Swords for Aquarius? What's the Three of Swords for Aquarius? What's the Three of Swords for Aquarius? Oh, Three of Swords for Aquarius. What is the Three of Swords for Aquarius? The Eight of Pentacles. Hard work. Something that you put a lot of hard work and time into. What were you guys putting hard work and time into? What were you guys, what hurt you? What is this? What is this work that ended up causing you pain? The Devil. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. You guys were trying to break free from the devil. You guys are trying to break free from this, and it's coming back up. This, I don't think it's an addiction that's come back. I think this is more, for some of you, it can be. You worked really hard to break an addiction, and now you're starting to get cravings again. You're starting to react to it the same way, or you're starting to, go toward it because you're not feeling weak or small or anything like that, but it's calling you. You're trying to break a habit. You're trying to break something like that. Some of you may be doing like that. Some of you may have been trying very hard to break a certain connection with someone. And with the King and Queen of Swords here, it's very hard to not see the relationship, this separation, the slicing of the relationship. You just try to cut that cord. But then the Three of Swords is there. It's almost like, even though the connection may be cut, it's like this phantom pain. It's like there's a spiritual binding. I want one more for the Devil. What was binding them? What was binding Aquarius? What was binding Aquarius? What is the Devil for Aquarius? What is the Devil? What is the Devil for an Aquarius? What's the Devil for Aquarius? What's the Devil for Aquarius? What's the Devil for? Okay, that didn't come all the way out. What's the Devil for Aquarius? The Devil for Aquarius is, you guys, the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this could be about, stability. This could be about, your career, your health. Could be about a certain relationship or commitment. Could be with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I mean, considering that Capricorn's energy is loaned to the Queen of Pentacles, and right underneath that is the Devil, which is the card for Capricorn. That's like hard to kind of miss. But sometimes it doesn't have to be a Capricorn. It could be whoever this person is that made you feel grounded, that made you feel stable, that made you feel like you're home. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's not, that's why I didn't really want to, like, I don't think it's an addiction, but I think it's something that physically made you feel grounded. Like, like this person grounded you, or they showed you how to, I don't know, like, I don't think they showed you anything. I think this person just allowed you to be, like, just comfortable. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she's really good at making people feel comfortable, feeling at home, you know? And with the Six of Cups, this is the past. The past is obviously in the past, but why is the past in the past? There's obviously happy memories. Rose-tinted glasses. Remembering a time of which things were good. But it's almost like the rough times is coming up. Or where it's really making you rethink of the times where you felt like you belonged. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she creates her world, right? She's very similar to the Empress. Oh, wow. Is that what we're doing right now? The moon. The Six of Cups is the moon. So it's like, do you guys remember the past? Sometimes the moon can indicate that there was just a lot of there's a lot of intense energy around the past. Like, you feel so strongly about it that you don't try to ignore it, but it's just very big. It's almost big, too big to talk about. You got a lot of big stuff here. It's very intense. So the past was intense. What was this intense energy in the past? What was the intense energy for Aquarius in the past? Oh, wow. What is up? What is this? Nah, one more. What is the Seven of Cups with that? What is the Seven of Cups? What is the Seven of Cups here? Oh my gosh. Oh shoot. Let me see before I go this route. What is the Seven of Cups for Aquarius? What is the Seven of Cups? Okay. What is the Seven of Cups for Aquarius? Nope, too many. And there's a Seven of Cups for Aquarius. What is the Seven of Cups? Alright. The Emperor. Ooh. I'm running out of space with this camera, so I'm going to scoot some of this down. Wow. So I'm just going to hold these up. So, the reason why the Six of Cups is in the past, because it got really intense. The situation felt like it was too good to be true. But you didn't. Either you were in control, or someone else had control, and it was comfort. That's where you got the comfort from. The happiness resonated with somebody that definitely took control of a situation. Or the Emperor having to be someone that held down the house, pretty much. But the dream was confusing. Or that the dream, like the situation felt so good, it was hard to imagine. It's almost like it would happen, but it just felt like it was just like, I don't want to say you lucked out, because I don't think that was the case. I kind of get this vibe that with the Six of Cups, like, the situation really made you feel like there was nothing that can there's nothing like it. The Seven of Cups is usually decisions, options, and fantasies, right? It's the illusion of not necessarily the illusion of choice, but there's a lot of things that you could miss with the Seven of Cups. For instance, you could be so glamorized by the front of it that you didn't really take a look and see behind what each, there's no idea to tell or how to know how something was going to turn out, or how any of these options that you may have had in the past turn out. But it looks like to me something that the past was overwhelming with emotion, overwhelming with feelings. You got the moon come in twice here. And then you turn around, right? You see this, why it was intense, because it was so perfect. It was so beautiful. This person, this emperor, don't know if it's you or not, but this situation was almost showing that this was such a too good to be true situation, and then things got confusing. Things got really confusing. It got really intense. I think in a way that the Six of Cups is expressing rose-tinted glasses, almost like saying that the situation for you may have was brought down to just that it was a wonderful fantasy experience that only lasted so long with the person that can hold stuff down, or someone that was very strong in their energy. But I think that's why it's coming back up, because I don't think it was just a dream, or it was just a blimp. That's why I don't think you lucked out, because I don't think this situation would be coming back up if you did, right? I think this is something more than that. I think it was way more intense than either you're allowing yourself to accept, or you do know this and it's just it's in the past. It's cool. I mean, this was the best that I ever can have, and I'm okay with that. Some of you guys are just logically, you're sound. You're not mad. You're not pissed off, but you get reminders of this. It's like no matter how much you've given peace to this situation and loving on this energy, on this person, on the circumstance, just to be rid of it, of the constant reminder, it's like it keeps coming back. So you're now trying to figure out what you need to do, because everything's showing you signs that don't really give you any sort of direction. You're constantly being tugged. It's like playing tug of war. You don't honestly know what to do. You've done everything. If the Emperor is what I think it is you've taken action on this. It was perfect. It was perfect, but something went blacked out. Something blacked out. And it's just you are being left with a decision, or you're feeling like you have to do something now. But it's there's no real clear direction in which to go. You have no idea where to head. Let's see why the two of Wands is coming up in your present. You got the Seven of Cups coming up here again. I just realized. It's everything's questioning whether or not this situation was either too good to be true, if this was just a memory, if it was just something that was nice and something that you made up in your head. Is this because there's a lot of logic behind this, and this is I don't know what to see. This doesn't make sense. How could this be real? How can this be real? It's just so confusing. Oh wow, the Two of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Cups. But figuring out what your dream is, and you don't know what that dream is. You don't know what you want. Especially with this, I think the situation almost is you getting triggered, and it's reminding you of what you want. Or maybe what you wanted and you let go of. Or you've tried to let go of. Because the last time you were happy like this was here. The Nine of Cups. This is the Six of Cups. Yes, this is the last time. This is a happy memory. These are happy memories. This is also a soulmate connection, soulmate energy. And the Nine of Cups. What do you guys? What is Nine of Cups? What is Aquarius's Nine of Cups? What is Aquarius's Nine of Cups? What is Aquarius's Nine of Cups? Oh wow, Ace of Cups. New love, a new beginning in love. Maybe even a new way of healing, too. But that's like, but you don't even know what that looks like. Maybe you guys know what it feels like. And that's what you're manifesting. You're just focusing on manifesting what it feels like rather than what it looks like. And it's so strong, it's so intense, but it's also so confusing because even though you're trying to manifest the energy that you had gotten a glimpse of or a taste of, if that makes sense, like through this energy from the past, you know what happiness feels like. So you know what you're trying to feel. And that feeling is what's causing a lot of confusion because it's bringing up a lot of the past. You're getting a lot of triggers from the past right here, right now. Something that you had overcome, right? The attachment of wanting something physical, something, tangible. You worked very hard to overcome the earthy, that earth-like desire, right? Like I think you guys understand that you can feel and have these things without having to physically have it. And I think that's what you work so hard on, but you're being reminded of that. And it's hard because I feel like for some of you guys, you just want to manifest the feeling. You don't really want what this was, but it's because that feeling is from this. It's bringing back this, which is causing a lot of confusion. So you don't know where to go. That's crazy. So your strength in the future is about being strong, being brave, staying patient. Or keeping up endurance. I don't even know if it's bravery at this point. I don't think you're afraid. I don't think it's fear. I think it's just more of like being prepared to handle whatever is coming in. Right? What does Aquarius need strength for? What is Aquarius in their strength energy? What is this? What is this? I feel like it's somehow something to do with passion or actually lust more than anything. The Knight of Pentacles. Being brave and prepared for somebody to come in with something that they're ready to offer. And that's all that. Remember the Hierophant energy and the King of Swords. Well, here he is. Or here she is. If this is somebody that's got a different age range. This is commitment. This is stability. Well, not commitment, but more of this is a slow moving energy and the potential for this to be, commitment can be possible, but it goes through a lot of other hoops. It goes through a lot of review and a lot of, double checking, even procrastination maybe. But this person I always see the Knight of Pentacles as a perfectionist. It's almost like somebody hasn't really gotten something quite right yet here. But the Knight of Pentacles is coming in with something to offer. Usually something that's that's of great value to this individual. Especially considering their circumstance. So, I don't really understand what this may be. I feel like you may have to, or maybe there's something that calls for you to be brave because somebody offers something physical here, or someone offers you something of great value to them. So the Queen of Swords is your best path to follow. It's like it's just telling you to continue to be open. Like I think you've already been open. Just wait to see what comes in. But the Queen of Swords is your advice. What is the Queen of Swords supposed to express for Aquarius regarding advice? What is that supposed to mean for them? What does that mean for them? The Five of Swords. Okay, what the heck? Don't give up. That's what I'm getting the situation here for. Don't give up. Work with a compromise. Fight to the finish. Like this is the Five of Swords, right? That's ruthless energy. Usually that means this is something that you're that you may either have to figure out whether or not it's worth it enough to either let go of and work out a compromise or continue to fight. No matter what, no matter who gets in your way. The Five of Swords is ruthless energy. And when somebody comes in trying to test your energy, the Queen of Swords will be ready to fight. This person is really ready to take arms. Like, because she's been through enough. She's been through so much stuff. It's like, almost like, say, be selfish with this because you've been through so much. Why not get what you want out of the situation?